My friends, how are you this morning? It's good to see you a little bit earlier today than usual, but I might be back later today with another video. I just had some extra time and something on my mind. So today I want to talk about Elon Musk's absolute destruction of his company Tesla, and of course the Tesla stocks also, because my friends, I guess good news, I don't really know the financial repercussions on Elon Musk for this necessarily. My understanding is a lot of his wealth is tied up in Tesla stocks, but I can't say that for sure because I don't know. But the market, the world has responded to Elon Musk and his shenanigans, because it turns out, my friends, and this may shock you, this may be the craziest thing you've heard all day, the world hates Nazis. Can you believe that? Yeah, we all can believe that. 80 years ago, when the world came together to kick their asses, I hope I got my timeline right on that. I might have screwed it up, but nonetheless, the point still stands. When the world came together to kick Nazi ass, I thought we already sorted out that we don't fucking like Nazis. And that's proving to be really bad for Elon Musk, maybe, but definitely Tesla and Tesla stock. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today, the things I find interesting about it. Real quick, before we get into that, please check out the pinned comment that has a link to the March 14th protest in Washington, D.C. Information on that. If you're able to get out there and make your voice heard, definitely consider doing that. It's got links to the Discord if you want to join our Discord community. We're getting close to about 300 people over there now. Pretty cool place, pretty interesting. I try to stop in when I can. And also a link to my Blue Sky and channel memberships that are only $1.99. If you want to grab one of those, I would definitely appreciate it. So anyways, we're going to talk about Elon Musk and him crashing the stock and all that stuff, but you guys know me, I always got some side notes, don't I? I always got other bullshit going on in my head. Yesterday it was pretty obvious that I didn't know the full process for how a budget bill is passed, and I'm not here to try to make excuses or anything. I'm actually here to thank you to the viewers that took the time to explain to me the missing pieces, the things I didn't really understand. It's a scary thing to get on the internet and try to talk about things that I don't fully understand. The reason I'm here is because I'm sick of Nazis, for one. I'm sick of wannabe dictators running our country, and I decided all those things are bad, so I'm going to speak up on it. And I'm not always familiar with the inner workings of how government functions. So I want to say thank you to people that take the time to explain these things, because the internet, if you guys didn't know, is full of condescending pricks that want to prove to you how much smarter they are to you. Everybody's got to, not everybody, but a lot of people got to be the smartest guy in the room, right? And they are real assholes, and you guys are not assholes, and I love you for that. We're building an interesting community of just saying, hey, maybe there's shit I don't fucking understand, and you guys being so graceful, there must be a fucking word for that, to explain those things to me. I am open to learning more as we go. It's essential that I continue to learn things as we go through this. So just a quick side note, thank you guys for that. So the Tesla stock has been dropping substantially since Elon Musk took office as president of the United States, and I did not fuck up what I just said. I said what I just said, all right? But ever since he took over as president of the United States, the stock has been dropping rapidly, and there's a number of reasons for that, obviously. One of the biggest things that turned a lot of people off was when on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration, you know, the acting president, or I don't know what you would call him, the puppet, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Vladimir Putin's puppet, Elon came out and did a Nazi salute, not once, not like an accidental twitch or anything like that. I saw twice, but I've heard a lot of people say that he did it 3 times. I straight up saw him do a Nazi salute at least 2 times. All right, and then the funny thing, I guess if there's humor in being a fucking Nazi, I guess if there's humor in it, is fucking, then they come out and everybody's trying to cover for Elon Musk, right? They're like, well, he has autism, and that's why he did that. I'm not qualified to diagnose people and understand even what autism is, right? But I don't think that's it. As I understand it, there's a lot of people out there with autism. And if everybody with autism went out there and started doing Nazi salutes, we wouldn't call them people with autism. We would call them fucking Nazis. That's what we would call them. And I don't know who they thought they were fucking fooling with this bullshit about, well, he's just autistic. You know how they are, those autistic folks over there. They're always doing Nazi shit. No one bought that. And that has been the entire thing since Elon Musk has started this fucking Doge program, whatever you want to call it, is they are trying to lie to us about what's going on. All this waste, fraud, and abuse that's happening, and it comes down to they don't understand numbers. Like, they don't know the difference between $8 million and $8 billion. They don't understand how a specific database works, and how I think it was the year 1875 was, in my mind, basically the default value and not necessarily a birth year. If you sat me down and explained it to me one time, I would get it, and then I wouldn't go lie to America about how 200 and 300-year-old people are getting Social Security checks. I would say, oh, okay, yeah, because, way back when America started, we didn't have computers and databases and things like that, and eventually all this information had to be migrated over into the technology that we were using at the time. And we may have said at that point, if somebody was born in 1875, they're probably fucking dead by now. So we're not really, we're not counting that as a living person. And I would say, you know what, that makes fucking sense. And I wouldn't gaslight the American people and tell them that something else was happening. And it's very similar to the Nazi salute, where they just lie their asses off about what's going on, right? Another thing, obviously, we need to be aware of is most markets. I should have looked this up, but I don't know how Tesla sales are doing in America right now. Anecdotal evidence, I'm not seeing as many on the highways, but that doesn't really fucking say anything now, does it? I'm currently in Texas. When I'm around Dallas, Fort Worth area most of the time, I see a lot of fucking Teslas down there. Yesterday I saw 2. Like I said, anecdotal evidence, but it may be something, I don't really know. But I know that the rest of the world is just fucking done with Tesla. I mean, sales are plummeting globally for Teslas because the rest of the world, and I mean this in the most respectful way I can, the rest of the world isn't as fucking dumb as Americans. And I am an American. I understand that they specifically don't educate us, because if we were educated, Republicans would never win a fucking election. It's the same as people say that, well, they went off to college and they turned into a liberal. They didn't go to college and turn into a liberal. They went to college and they started getting educated, and they realized that the shit that comes out of Republicans' mouths is fucking bullshit. Don't both sides me on that. I still get that in the comments. Both sides are the same. Look, both sides got some issues, but one's fucking Nazis, and I would say that's way more problematic, okay? Both sides are not the same. I promise you that. We don't do the Nazi shit over here. We don't like all that. We're not huge fans. Anyways, what I'm saying is the rest of the world is educated much more than Americans in most cases. And they know their history about when there were Nazis, and they're not real impressed. I mean, Hitler was over there like invading fucking everything, right? And people's entire lives were fucking destroyed by the millions of people. What I'm trying to tell you, in case you're like MAGA or you're a weirdo that thinks autism causes Nazi salutes, Nazis were bad, is what I'm trying to tell you, and Hitler was a bad person. That's the point I'm trying to make. Are you following along with me? All of it was bad. So these fucking car sales are just plummeting, right? And that's hilarious. That's really fucking funny. And then that's probably obviously a huge reason the stocks are falling. But then Elon Musk doesn't really have any public trust right now. Most of the population is highly suspicious of what Elon Musk is doing. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't know what this does to him financially necessarily. He is purposely taking apart certain parts of the government so that SpaceX can replace them. And if he's successful in doing that, obviously he doesn't care about Tesla. He doesn't give a shit about anything going on with that. I'm trying to collect my thoughts as I'm going here, so if I'm slowing down a little bit, it's because I don't remember what the fuck I was going to say. But the Tesla stock's clearly dropping. I'll think about it. Oh yeah, just remembered what I was going to say. So I was always confused about Elon Musk's shift to the right because look, I can be incredibly naive sometimes. I'm trying to get better at that. I trust people. I think that there's good in people out there. And I remember thinking like, Elon Musk, wow, this dude's like gonna change the fucking world. You can make fun of me in the comments for that. I don't fucking mind. I fell for it a long time ago. I never went to the right with Elon. I never did any of the crazy shit with Elon. But when he seemed like the kind of person that cared about like future technology, sustainability, colonizing Mars, things like that, I was like, this dude's pretty fucking cool. This guy's doing a good job. And he earned a lot of popularity through that. But I never understood his shift to the right, because he deals in futuristic technology. And he definitely deals in electric cars. You know who is adamantly opposed to electric cars? The right. Especially rural America, the right, they are fucking hate electric cars. I mean, have you ever fucking said electric car in front of a fucking redneck? It makes them more angry than if somebody's fucking building a roundabout in their small town. Have you ever been around some rednecks and their small town was getting its first roundabout and they're in the local cafe raising hell? I thought we destroyed the British. The fuck they doing here? Now we got to drive through a fucking roundabout? I guess we're under the Queen's rule again, or whatever they're pissed off about, right? Roundabouts really piss off the hillbillies. I'll tell you what, son, it makes them fucking angry. But electric vehicles, it drives them fucking nuts. Oh, they hate it. They hate it. And there's all kinds of stuff like that they say about, and I'm not educated much on this either, I'll be honest with you, but they say electric cars cause more carbon emissions because of the electricity used and all this stuff. And I don't know if that's true or not, but they like their good old gas and diesel engines. And fine, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But Elon's shift to the right didn't make any fucking sense for Tesla at all. I could not understand. I could not wrap my head around what Elon Musk was trying to do with that. And he had built up a lot of very loyal fans. A lot of people got very wealthy off of Tesla stocks if they bought in early and kept buying and shit like that. A lot of people made a lot of money. Elon Musk made a lot of average people very wealthy through that Tesla stock. And so he obviously earned these adoring fans, people that probably never would have had a lot of money had it not been for them believing in Elon Musk and the Tesla stock. And the problem with that is he was just like this future person, right? We're gonna do great things for the future of civilization, and then he lost his fucking mind. And I guess that happens to people when they get like really famous. I don't really know, but Elon Musk is treating the world basically like it's a video game at this point, if that makes sense. He's like the Superman or supervillain in a video game where we're not real to him. He doesn't really think we exist. It's all that ketamine, I think. I don't know what ketamine does, but it fucks Elon Musk up for sure. The point I'm trying to make is one day he woke up and he lost his mind. He was pissed off about like freedom of speech. What are you even fucking talking about? Surprisingly, we still have freedom of speech right now. They're trying to chip away at it by like getting news anchors fired and shit like that. And Donald Trump's constant attacks on media that is critical of him. That's real attack on freedom of speech, everybody, in case you're listening. Getting censored on Facebook because you said some Nazi shit is not an attack on your freedom of speech, but nobody understands all that. But anyways, Elon Musk woke up one day and took a hard right and drug his loyal fans over to that side with him, a lot of them, I still don't understand the angle when it comes to Tesla cars. Like the Cybertruck's a useless pickup truck. You know, you're not going to put that out on the fucking farm and do some farming with it. I don't really get it. But anyways, with that, people that followed Elon Musk started doing like Elon Musk shit, and then they found out that they're not billionaires, so they don't get away with it. Remember when Elon Musk had his autistic episode and started doing Nazi salutes? You guys remember that, right? It wasn't too long ago. That autism, man, that autism, like, it causes you to do crazy shit, according to Elon Musk and Elon Musk defenders. I didn't fucking say it. They said it. But then you have like these fucking middle-aged fucking upper middle class white women standing in nice houses, right? Like, they got it all. Like, their job title is like director of some shit. They got life figured out. They're doing real well. And then they get on TikTok and they do Nazi salutes, and then they get fucking fired, which is what is supposed to happen if you're gonna do Nazi shit on the internet. I don't give a fuck if you get canceled. I don't give a shit if you lose your job. You're acting like a Nazi right now. We don't like Nazis, remember? I went over that already talked about that. It was hilarious to a point how much he had empowered people to show who they are, what was really truly in their hearts this entire time. And I couldn't imagine this one woman I'm thinking of in particular looked to be like very successful. She was in a nice house. She was dressed nice. Maybe I should leave that next part out that I was going to say. Well, you know what? She's a Nazi. I don't have to be nice to her. So if anybody gets mad about this comment, I don't know what to tell you. She looks like she hadn't missed a meal for quite a fucking while, is what I'm trying to say. This woman had everything that most of us just can only dream of while we work our lives away just trying to fucking get by paycheck to paycheck. And she Nazi salutes on a fucking TikTok and got fired. Good for her. I'm glad. But the last point I want to make on this Tesla stock and all this stuff, Elon Musk, on top of being a very shady individual, we don't exactly know what the fuck he is doing. He is doing some really terrifying shit, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but there are so many people that have been federal employees for a long time that are just getting fired, and they're trying to convince us that it's just wasteful spending, right? And then the airplanes fall out of the sky, and you go, if only we had people that worked in those towers that tell airplanes what to do, maybe this wouldn't happen. And it wasn't just like one plane crash. They were like every other fucking day. We're probably going to see more of them. And these people were essential and they were doing their jobs. But this is why I was saying he's like treating life like a video game at this point. He's got so much money that he doesn't care. He starts referring to actual living human people as waste, fraud, and abuse. And all they were doing was showing up to do their jobs and try to take care of their families. So when you put all that together, is the point I'm making, when you combine all the bullshit that Elon Musk is doing, it starts to make sense that nobody wants to buy his cars anymore, and it starts to make sense why that stock is dropping. Like I said, I don't know the financial repercussions that Elon Musk faces over this. I hope it's dramatic. I wouldn't be mad even a little bit if Elon Musk lived outside. All his money was gone and he went bankrupt, and nobody would give him a job, and he lived under a bridge somewhere. Because Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about the honest, hardworking Americans that he is referring to as waste, my friends. We don't give a fuck to prop you up anymore, Elon Musk. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene does, apparently. I heard she was buying the stocks. But Marjorie Taylor Greene also went on a tirade about how she believes federal employees don't do actual real work and they don't deserve paychecks. Let me repeat that for you. Marjorie Taylor Greene does not believe that federal employees deserve to earn a paycheck. Marjorie Taylor Greene must not know who the fuck she works for. Anyways, that's all I got on this topic. I might be back later today with something else. Love you guys. Bye now.